anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much. If you are joining me from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, whichever part of the world you are joining this program, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you and protect you. Please, as you join, you share the broadcast. Share so that other people can be able to join us and get the information. We will continue to do what we are supposed to do. It doesn't matter the attack that is coming. It doesn't matter the intimidation. It doesn't matter the blackmail. It doesn't matter the obstacles. We are in a critical time. I am very happy to meet all of you once again today. It's been a long time. As I told you, there are certain issues that I'm handling. There are so many things that are, so many responsibilities on my shoulders now that I cannot be able to broadcast on a daily basis. But with every little chance I have, more especially on Sundays, I will try to broadcast at least twice on Sundays. And this is my first broadcast today. I'm going to broadcast to make sure that I continue to encourage my fellow Biafrans. As you know, each time I come online, I don't come here to gossip. I don't come here to talk about irrelevant things. I come here to encourage my fellow Biafrans. I come here to speak about critical issues, things that concerns you and I, things that concerns every one of us. That is what I speak about. I don't speak about any gossip. We will continue. No matter the attack they bring, if they kick you out, try to come back. You know, each time when we come to broadcast, they always try to bring their attack. They attack the broadcast. They make sure that we don't send out informations. But no matter how they try to hinder us, we will continue to move forward and make sure that they cannot stop us. No matter how they try to stop us, they can't stop us. As you all know, if you look at the topic I placed there, I am saying in my topic that it is not enough to say that you want Biafra. It is not enough for you to just say, I want Biafra, and you go to sleep. It is not enough. It is not enough. The time has come when you have to show truly that you need Biafra. Freedom doesn't come cheap. If you need freedom, you must do something for freedom to come. Freedom is not handed over, it is taken. Freedom is something you must have to fight for, and it is very costly. Freedom is not cheap. Know that and know it very well. Know that and know it very well. It is not enough for you to open your mouth and continue to say, I need Biafra, I want Biafra, I want Biafra. You have to start doing something, and the time is now, not tomorrow. The time is now, not tomorrow. But when you look at the things that are happening, when you look at things that are playing out, you look at people who claim to be wanting Biafra, you see that majority of those people who are claiming to want Biafra are not ready. They are not ready to pay the sacrifice for Biafra to come. They are not ready to do what they're supposed to do for Biafra to come. They are not ready to take up responsibility for Biafra to come. That is where we are today. So do not be deceived. For those of us who are watching from all angles, who are acting, who are pursuing the struggle of Biafra sincerely from the bottom of their heart with all sincerity, continue to stand your ground and continue to do what you have to do. Don't allow anybody to trick you. Don't allow anybody to confuse you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. It is not enough to say you want Biafra. Let me tell you, if you go behind the door and interview Hope Uzodinma will tell you that he wants Biafra too. Go and interview Orji Zokalo. Orji Zokalo will tell you that he wants Biafra too. Dave Umahi will tell you that he wants Biafra too. The one in Anambra State will tell you that he wants Biafra too. Every single politician in Biafra land, when you interview them privately, they will tell you that they want Biafra too. But the difference is that what they want is not Biafra. They want a different thing. There is no way you can be looking for a country out of the country that is enslaving you, and yet you are willing and ready to serve that slave master. It doesn't work that way. There is no way you can be talking about freedom, and yet you are willing and ready to sell away your birthright for a pot of porridge. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter the angle you're coming from. It doesn't matter how you try to do it.
There is no amount of lie that you tell that will not be exposed. It is not enough. Sometimes when you see these people who are one Nigerianists, if you see these people who are promoting the one Nigerianists, who are talking about the election, if you see these people who are promoting their fake prophets, who are promoting their fake freedom, if you see them, they will start their story by telling you that they themselves want Biafra as much as you do. But that is a lie. It is a pure lie. They don't want Biafra as much as you do. Do not allow anybody to confuse you and tell you that he wants Biafra as much as you do when that person is not doing anything. You will see some of them, they will come on the comment section. They will tell me you are only talking and talking. Come on the ground, do something. But what I'm doing is excellent job. I'm doing something already. Not only talking, there are so many other things I'm doing. You don't know me in person. But the person who is actually writing on the comment section doesn't have anything to contribute in Biafra issue. But when you ask him, he will tell you that he wants Biafra too, but not this way. Okay, let us go back and check. So many of them who has been saying that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not doing it right. Many of these politicians, many of the activists, they say they don't like the way Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is pursuing the freedom. They say they want freedom. They want freedom. They want freedom, just like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is asking for freedom. They want freedom, just like every other Biafran is asking for freedom. They need to say that, but they say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not doing it well. They don't like the way he's doing it. Go and check every one of them today. Since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped, what have they been doing? What method have they brought on board? What method have they brought on board? Including those of them who were working together with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who claim to be part of the IPOB in the past. Those of them who claim to be part of that IPOB in the past, who claim that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is too harsh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is following so strict, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going through a very difficult task, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going through a different direction. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped for more than a year now. What strategy have they brought on board? Nothing. Nothing. They have nothing to offer. These are people who will be busy gossiping. But when you want to talk to them, you will think you are talking to sensible people. Their only mission is to distract you and make sure that you do not deliver the message, the right message. Their only mission at all times is to make sure that they distract you. They will even start their own message by telling you that they want Biafra more than you do. That's what they tell you. But let me tell you, it is not enough to say that you want Biafra. What are you doing to make sure that Biafra is being actualized? Now we narrow it down to the sit at home that was supposed to happen yesterday. Sit at home that happened yesterday. Yesterday there was a call for people not to be engaged in the rally of Peter Obi, which we know is a failure. But you see, the blackmailers ganged up. The blackmailers ganged up, pushed on our propaganda. And even people who claim to love Biafra, who claim to be wanting Biafra, are celebrating because election is going to hold. People who claim to be fighting for Biafra, they are celebrating because you see some of them go to their platform, they were celebrating. Insulting and abusing Mazi Simon Ekpa, who said that the rally should not hold, to make a point to show that we are serious about the Biafra we are talking about. But the same people who said they want Biafra, they were the ones who were happy yesterday. They were all happy. They said that the sit at home did not hold. They were all happy. They were jumping around. These are the same people who were claiming that they want Biafra. But let me tell you, the sit at home held, and a lot was achieved yesterday. Your enemy will not even see your achievement. It doesn't matter. Even if the whole Biafra line is being shut down, they will go ahead to take a video of yesterday and show you. They will go to any length to prove you wrong. No matter how you try to bring that information, they will always go to a different direction. These are the people we are dealing with. That is why you must pay attention. It is not enough to you to listen to somebody because the person said that he is talking about Biafra or he or she wants Biafra. What is that person doing to make sure that Biafra? How is that person reacting to an issue that has to bring Biafra? How do they react? Go and check people who made video yesterday. Go and check the Biafra agitators, people who claim to be Biafra agitators. Share this video. If you are joining, share. If they kick you out, if Facebook kick you out, try and come back because they have started. They have started attacking the channel, kicking people out. We are supposed to have a good audience to air our opinion, but they will continue to kick people out. Don't allow them to kick you out. If they kick you out, try to come back. And share the video. Share it in your platform, any place you belong. Share so that people can join us. So yesterday, go and check yesterday. People that claim that they want Biafra, they want freedom. And somebody came out, the spokesperson of Biafra, spokesperson of IPOB, Master Simon Ekpa. The spokesperson of IPOB, Master Simon Ekpa, said that we will not participate in the rally, we will not allow the rally to hold in Imo State. Called on all Biafra to sit at home. The people who claim to be fighting for Biafra, they begin to talk against him. They begin to push their propaganda. They begin to bring videos. They begin to even pay people to come out yesterday. And of course, so many people sat at home. But when they saw the people that were coming out for the rally, they were rejoicing. They came out and they were celebrating that the rally held against the order of the spokesperson of IPOB, Master Simon Ekpa. They were rejoicing when they saw that the rally held. These are people who say they want Biafra. You want Biafra, at the same time you are supporting election. Are you not a madman? Are you not sick? You must be sick. You say you want freedom. You have seen an opportunity that will create a room for you to see. Instead of you to show your seriousness to the world that actually this freedom you are talking about, you need it seriously. For you to show the world that you really need the freedom you are talking about, yesterday was an opportunity. Instead of you to join hand, sensitize people about information, you are celebrating that people came out for Peter Obi rally yesterday. You are celebrating. You are celebrating that the people came out to support Peter Obi yesterday. At the same time, you say you want Biafra, just like I do. You don't. You don't. These are the kind of criminals we have around who have been surrounding Mazen Nanikan for a very long time, telling us that they are Biafrans, telling us that they are fighting for freedom when they are not. When they are not. It is not enough for you to open your mouth every day. You open your mouth and begin to talk and talk. I want Biafra. I want Biafra. When somebody engages you, you say, I even need that Biafra. But let me tell you, Hope Uzodinma, the killer of his people, the chief architect of the Fulanese in Biafra land, he wants Biafra too. Go and interview him. He will tell you he needs Biafra. You go and interview Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi will tell you he needs Biafra. Go and interview George Obioso. Obioso will tell you that he needs Biafra. Odjus Okalo will tell you that he needs Biafra. Rochas Okorocha will tell you that he needs Biafra. But do they need that Biafra we need? They don't need the Biafra we need. We know the Biafra we are talking about. The Biafra we are talking about, it's not about politics. We don't talk about, we are not trying to be political in our demand. We need our freedom. When we say we need Biafra, we need total and absolute freedom. Not a fake one. Not a freedom that somebody will come and pat you at the back and begin to pat you at the back. No. We need total and absolute freedom from the Zoological Republic. So if you want that freedom, you must begin to act and do things that shows that really you want it. And sit at home. Sit at home. Disobedience, civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is one of the things that you will use to show the Zoological Republic and show the world that you are not part of this very madness. And some of them are still pretending. Some of them are still pretending, gallivanting, thinking that Peter Obi is going to do. Peter Obi cannot win a shit. If you like, believe it. If you like, take it or leave it. If you like, but it will happen before your own very eyes. You wake up and see it. And all I'm saying, as you are one of those supporting that evil, you are one of those who feel that you can change a thing. You can bring your so-called new Nigeria. There can never be any new Nigeria. You only get a more terrorized and more destructive Nigeria. That's what you're going to get every season. You cannot get any new Nigeria anywhere. What you will continue to see year in, year out is a more terrible Nigeria than the one you have seen in the past. That is what you're going to continue to see. And check from independent time up to today, every government that comes tomorrow becomes worse than the past one. It doesn't matter who it is. Every present government becomes worse than the one he left. That left. Go and check all of them. Check all of them seriously. See, every government that have emerged in Nigeria becomes worse than the previous one. And that is the way the country is structured. That is the way it's structured. It doesn't matter. They talk about leadership. When you get a leader, who is that good leader? Where is he going to come from? The foundation is faulty. And when the foundation is faulty, there is nothing the righteous can do. When the foundation is faulty, there is nothing you can do. No matter how intelligent you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how brainy you are, no matter how endowed. Let me tell you, when we are talking about no election in Biafra, it is not just about Peter Obi. Don't think that because Peter Obi is an Igbo man, Peter Obi is a Biafran, then we'll not change our topic. That is not the kind of freedom we are looking for. We are not looking for that kind of freedom. People who will stay because they are eating this. You are a slave. You are a slave in a camp. A slave in a camp. All of a sudden, you are promoted from a slave in the gate to a slave in your master's house, because your master gave you access to come to his room and begin to eat the crumb that fell from his table. You feel that you have arrived. You are no longer sleeping at the gate. You are now sleeping in your master's bathroom, but in the main house. Simply because your master allowed you as a slave to go to the main house, you now forget fighting about your freedom. You are okay being a slave. What we are asking for is freedom. A slave is a slave. It doesn't matter where you are. Even if you are at the gate or in the main house or even in the bedroom of your master, you are a slave. That is what you are. If you are a slave, you are a slave. It's either you are a free man or you're not a free man. So if you think by bringing somebody, if you think by taking a name Peter Obi or taking a name Peter Obi from Biafra land, and for that you will now go to make us to sell our freedom. Sell our freedom for a period that is going to last for 4 years, and then we go deeper and deeper into more destruction. We are not part of that. This is a great opportunity for us to redeem ourselves from the captivity, and every Biafra has to put their hand on the deck. We must redeem ourselves, and the time is now. We must redeem ourselves. That is why every Biafra must wake up. It is not enough for you to be talking and say you want Biafra. Start doing something. And one of the easiest and cheapest things that any Biafra in Biafra land should do is to obey instructions. One of the cheapest things you should do as a Biafran is to obey instruction. When instruction is being given, you obey. We have a spokesperson of IPOB, Mazi Simon Egba. The spokesperson of IPOB is Mazi Simon Egba. It doesn't matter what you think or what you believe. He is the person. Chukwu Okikabem have chosen him. You didn't choose him. I didn't choose him. Chukwu Okikabem appointed him. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anointed him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anointed him. The responsibility fell on his shoulder because he is the only person who is still pursuing an agenda, following the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was with us. He laid a foundation on how Biafra will come. Today, all those people who are saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are going too fast. They were telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are being too harsh. You are going too fast. Let us do it this way. Let us form a political group. You don't know how to do it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped for more than a year. What strategy have they brought on board? Nothing. Nothing. The only man that is bringing strategy, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa came out and brought many strategies on the ground, including the civil disobedience. He was the one that is shouting and crying about civil disobedience. He has mentioned different stages of civil disobedience, but the implementation becomes a problem. Implementation is supposed to be pursued by you and I, the Biafrans, our fellow Biafrans in Biafra land. I know you are doing great. Biafrans in Biafra land are doing great already. If not for the infiltrators, if not for those who doesn't want Biafra to come, if not for those of them who are using IPOB for business, thank Chukwu Okikabema they have been decimated and destroyed. Thank Chukwu Okikabema that have been destroyed and taken away from IPOB. Today, we have a spokesperson of IPOB, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And he said it, that we should engage in anything we are doing much more than we have done before. Biafra is coming. It is not just enough that some of you will be asking, when Mazi Nnamdi was doing, that is how they were calling. Whenever Mazi Nnamdi on program, you see them calling on program of Mazi Nnamdi. When are we going to march? When are we going to march? When are we going to... Today, the marching have started. What are you doing? The marching have started. What are you doing? Come on to show your grievances. It has not been... The campaign has not started though. They were talking about 1 million man rally. Mazi Simon Ekpa, the spokesman of IPOB, came out. He came out and said that rally must not hold. That we have total shutdown of Biafra land. He made the announcement. People who claim to be followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who claim they want to Biafra, just to make that statement, they refused because it was Mazi Simon Ekpa that said it. They begin to preach a different thing. They begin to push blackmail and propaganda against that message. We know that yesterday, so many Biafrans sat at home yesterday. So many. Millions of Biafrans sat at home. So many places sat at home. They shut down. But these infiltrators, they went to the extent of paying people to come out yesterday. They went to the extent of going to other states to bring people. They went to the extent to try to blackmail the IPOB. They went to the extent to try to blackmail the IPOB, which is autopiloted under the spokesperson of Mazi Simon Ekpa and under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They went to the extent of blackmailing it. But as you know, we cannot kill our own. Biafrans, we can't kill our own. IPOB doesn't kill their own. The IPOB is established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which Mazi Simon Ekpa is the spokesperson today. We don't kill our own. They were expecting that maybe when they come out that we open fire and begin to shoot. When you begin to shoot and kill people, then they will begin to use it as a blackmail and say that we have killed Biafrans, we have destroyed Biafrans, we have killed, they begin to use it. But we are much more smarter than they are. We are much more smarter than they are. Where our interest lies is in the life of Biafrans. We want Biafrans' life to be safe. We want more Biafrans to enter into Biafra land. We are not interested in losing life. We are not interested in taking life of people. We are interested in saving as many lives as we can to make sure that many people get into Biafra alive. And because they saw that, they saw between that, they begin their propaganda. Look at people. How can you imagine somebody who claimed that he wants Biafra? You had a step that is going to bring Biafra. You had a step to lead to a very strong statement. You are fighting against it. You are fighting against it. You are celebrating that people are coming out to support election. You are celebrating it. The spokesperson of Biafra said that that rally will not hold. That we cannot take part in anything that has to do with election. We will never take part. Then they ganged up, employed people, paid people to come out, and instead of you to stand your ground and begin to speak, some of you begin to celebrate it. You're celebrating that people came out. Because it wasn't you that gave the order. You're celebrating. And you say you want Biafra. When it comes for a time for you to make a statement, a strong statement, that really you want Biafra and nothing else. Okay, you want Peter Obi because your brother is going to be made a president. You no longer want Biafra. Because your brother will be made a president, you no longer want freedom. You don't want freedom anymore. Then after he has served for 4 years, maximum 8 years, after the 8 years, what next? After the 8 years, you begin to talk about Biafra again, eh? After 8 years, you start afresh, you begin to talk about Biafra and begin to make noise. You must be a mad person. You must be mad. You must be mad. You are not serious. You must be mad. You must be a distractor. It is either you want freedom or you don't want it. It doesn't matter who becomes a president. Even if my father, my brother, my mother, anybody in my own blood becomes the president of Nigeria today, and we continue to talk about the Biafra, and the person should go to hell and burn to ashes because that person is an enemy to my freedom. It doesn't matter who it is. Even if it is my own blood, even if it is my own benefactor, whoever it is, no matter how connected you are to me, and you are pursuing election against my freedom, you are on your own. You are on your own. And I hope every one of them who came out that I hope they are going to get themselves up to fight the battle when it comes. I hope as many as you that are celebrating that Obi held a rally yesterday, as many of you that are celebrating in Biafra land that Obi held a rally, I hope you are going to embrace yourself for what is coming. I hope you embrace yourself for what is happening. You see, sometimes I don't know whether is it because of the kind of things you eat in that Zululand Republic that makes you behave like the way you behave. Let me tell you, when you see people talking about P2B and the rally, you are being moved. Let me tell you, do you think that P2B is enjoying the kind of support the MKO Abiola gets? Do you think that Peter Obi now has more support than MKO Abiola got? Through the time of MKO Abiola, every single Nigerian, including the northern part, we are in his own side. You don't know? Okay, you didn't know. During the time of MKO Abiola got support from the whole corners of that country, from all angles, from all religion. Even while MKO Abiola had a Muslim ticket, yet he has the support of the whole country. But what happened? Did he become a president? Did MKO Abiola become a president? Oh, that should ring a bell. That should ring a bell. That should tell you that it doesn't matter what you do. Your ballot paper and your PVC is a trash. It doesn't matter. And that is why you see PDP and APC, they are not bothered about your noise making. They are not bothered. When they come out, they're not bothered. And recently, you saw one of the activists, Deji Adeyoju. Deji have given a bet. Deji gave a bet of $10,000. You know how much $10,000 is? Go and convert $10,000. You know how much it is in Nigerian money today? You know how many? Deji Adeyoju gave a bet of $10,000 to supporters of Peter Obi that if Peter Obi wins the election, the person should take that $10,000. Deji. He didn't just say it, he have given that money already to, what do they call it? This journalist, Dele Momodu. He has given the money to Dele Momodu, $10,000 cash, that if Peter Obi, he gave a bet, if Peter Obi win the presidency of Nigeria, that he should take the $10,000. He gave a bet with the supporter of Peter Obi. He bet the money cash. Even the supporter of Peter Obi is still afraid. He can't even give his own money. The clown that is supporting Peter Obi is not even bold enough to bring his own money. Deji have already given his own money to Dele Momodu. $10,000. $10,000 bet. If Peter Obi wins Nigerian presidency, 10,000. He even went to say if he comes out. Some people are just clowns. You see, this is the difference between us and these people. This Dejikita is an activist. He's an activist. Even though he was the one fighting against Mazen Nanikan, at a stage, he says he doesn't blame Mazen Nanikan anymore. He read between the lines, he saw it, and he said he don't blame Mazen Nanikan for whatever Mazen Nanikan did. He apologized to Mazen Nanikan, in fact. Deji apologized to Mazen Nanikan. He apologized. That Deji came out and gave a bet, $10,000 to Peter Obi supporters. He gave the money to Dele Momodu. This one is not go come. He provided receipts. Dele Momodu provided receipt. How they transfer the money? $10,000. He challenged the member of Peter Obi, supporters of Peter Obi, that if Peter Obi becomes the president, he should take that $10,000. Are you still sleeping? Okay. You think it's a joke? You know, when we come online, we say certain things, people take us for granted. They say we are noise makers. You are just making noise. You are just talking. You are not doing anything. But the things we see, sitting down and sleeping, you can't see it. Some of them will say, you're not in Nigeria. You're not in Nigeria. You don't know what is going on the ground. But what we that are abroad is seeing in Nigeria, you don't see it. What we know about the Zoological Republic, you don't know it. Even though you are there, you don't know. You don't see it. You don't see it.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.